Shifting focus now to the terrorist attack in Australia, the worst that Australia has seen in a number of decades. The two gunmen involved in the Bondi Beach shooting have been identified as a father and son pair. The gunmen have been named by local media. According to Australian public broadcaster ABC, the alleged assailants were 24-year-old Naveed Akram and 50-year-old Sajid Akram, his father, both from the Sydney suburb of Bonnyrigg. ABC further reported that the investigators from the country's Joint Counter-Terrorism Team, a unit comprised of state and federal agencies, believe the gunmen had pledged allegiance to the terrorist group Islamic State. To add more to this, Naveed Akram was examined by Australia's Domestic Intelligence Agency 6 years ago for close ties to the Islamic State terrorism cell. The father-son duo had reportedly told their family that they were going on a South Coast fishing trip. Now, during a press briefing, the police said they were confident that the two individuals were the only people involved in Sunday's incident and that they were not searching for a third suspect. They described the incident, which resulted in the deaths of 16 people, including a child, as an anti-Semitic terrorist attack carried out at a Jewish festival.
I can say that we are not looking for a further offender. We are satisfied that there were two offenders involved in yesterday's incident. One is deceased. The second is in critical but stable condition in hospital at the moment. The offenders are a 50-year-old and 24-year-old male who are father and son.
Officers raided two properties in Sydney, reportedly the homes of the two gunmen. Visuals show police still present at the properties.
We saw lots of police cars raided this street, and especially in that house. Yeah, so we couldn't sleep. We were watching everything. Yeah, it was so scary.
Australia's Jewish diaspora is small but deeply embedded in the wider community, with about 150,000 people who identify as Jewish in the country of 27 million. About one-third of them are estimated to live in Sydney's eastern suburbs, including Bondi. Around 1,000 people had attended the Hanukkah event last evening. A new eyewitness video has also emerged showing people celebrating on the beach, and this video was taken just moments before the chaos erupted, and they fled as gunmen opened fire. Witnesses said that the shooting at the famed beach, which was packed on a hot evening, lasted about 10 minutes, sending hundreds of people scattering along the sand and into nearby streets and parks. Over 80 shots can be heard to have been fired in a span of less than 6 minutes before the shooters were shot one by one. Community co-chief said that they wanted to kill as many Jews as possible.
People came to kill Jewish children and women and the elderly, and they knew that here they would have, in a relatively small area, hundreds and hundreds of people, like fish in a barrel. And that's what they wanted. They wanted to kill as many Jewish people as possible simply because they were Jewish, for the crime of being Jewish.
Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese called the attack an act of pure evil as he laid flowers at the entrance of Bondi Pavilion on the beach. He said his country is mourning the dead by flying flags at half-mast on Monday.
What we saw yesterday was an act of pure evil, an act of anti-Semitism, an act of terrorism on our shores in an iconic Australian location, Bondi Beach, that is associated with joy, associated with families gathering, associated with celebrations, and it is forever tarnished by what has occurred last evening.
And these are live visuals coming in from Sydney, where people are paying their tributes to those who were killed in last evening's deadly terrorist attack. People can be seen offering their prayers. These are essentially Jewish practices and rituals as they pay their last tributes.